Greetings from California.
And greetings from New York.
So how was DragCon?
DragCon was amazing. LA was amazing. Like, really, if I could, or when I'm able to, I would definitely be living bi-coastal because LA is just a whole different vibe that I love. Or maybe because I was just high the whole time. I don't know.
I don't know either. Or maybe I do.
Yes, I'm sure. Like, Cali is just such a different vibe. I mean, I love New York. It's wifey, but when I go see the side chick, she pleases me in a different way.
I think I just was in New York for too long. Although sometimes I think, what would life be like if I went back? But then I think about that winter and then second winter, and I just plop down on the couch.
Right. We're just getting back into maybe upper 60s now. So it's smooth sailing ahead. Like, we get in the 70s, we getting into June and Pride Month in New York. Come on.
Well, I am doing Pride in San Francisco, so I've never done Pride out here because last year we kind of had it, but it was still the vibe. So I'm looking forward to a new Pride, a new city, a new color, a new cut.
Yeah, I love the new shirt.
Thank you. Actually, this is old.
Oh, okay. I feel like I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen it in a while.
Okay. But yeah, DragCon was great. Shout out to the panel, Maddie Rance, Dooley, Blake Keisha, and Jamar. It was really nice. On Sunday, we met a lot of the fans of the panel. So inspiring seeing people to say hello. We even had Pangina stop by. We had Jasmine Kennedy stop by. They were so cool. I was shocked. It was so random. Other than that, it was a cool 3 days. I had my VIP pass. I got to see the queens much faster. I got to meet Willow, Simone, Olivia, Tina Burner. Oh my God. All the people that we roast, like, Jasmine, Maddie, Morphosis, June Jambalaya.
Wait a minute, you got to meet She's Come Undone.
Which one is that?
Maddie Morphosis, the moon-faced heifer.
Yes, she was real cool. Like, she's seen some of the episodes. She was just like, yeah, sometimes you guys are harsh, but I get where y'all are coming from. Tina Burner, I gave an edible to. Like, she's super cool. It was nice. It was a great experience. I'm trying to think, am I missing anybody else? Simone's booth, can we just say budget? She called it Simoma. And when you walked in, before you met her, it was like a whole gallery of her, her photos. How do you have iconic fits like a year and a half into your success?
How does Cardi have 2 Grammys and Nicki doesn't have any?
Facts. But yes, I think I'll be back in Cali in August. I don't know, but I definitely need to make it to San Francisco soon.
Yes, we'd love to have you back.
Before you move to the East Coast, allegedly.
Well, I have to buy a house somewhere, and it's just everything out here starts at $875,000.
Oh, that's it?
No, that starts. That's like a studio.
Okay, well, let's get into these topics. I heard that the Real Housewives of Dubai trailer came out.
Let's peep at it. Let's peep at it right now. I waited till the show to watch it. It's nice to see actual money, though. Let's start there.
Well, before you play it, I saw it, and well, it was giving meh.
Meh?
Yeah. Go watch it first.
First off, their aerial shots are amazing. I love it when they make the city look beautiful. They definitely did that with Dubai. This is cinematography. They make Salt Lake City look like shit. Like, they never get good pictures of the snow, good pictures of the mountains. It always looks drab and dreary. Okay, I wasn't blown away. It's giving lifestyles of the rich and famous. I have to say, the women are stunning. All of the women are drop dead gorgeous. I mean, wow. That one girl's the spitting image of Iman. I had to do a double take.
Right. I did like that. Like they're all like they're beautiful, they're glamorous, they're rich. It's just the drama. I had to set my expectations accordingly now. Like I can't have too high expectations now. Like the most exciting part of the trailer was the cameo at the end.
Now that was a real question for me. How did you even get out of the country with your fraudulent passport? That's what I want to know, because I know they be checking things in Dubai. She better watch out. The other countries don't play. You'll end up in a broke down palace situation.
Maybe she was trying to find a man.
Probably. I will say maybe they're just too rich to have the kind of drama that we would really be interested in. Maybe it's always going to be a little dry with the drama and a little more exciting with the actual wealth. Like this is giving the real lifestyles of the rich and famous rather than the lifestyles of those with okay income and a medium credit score.
Beverly Hills, like, you know, they give us lifestyles for the rich and famous as well as some really cute drama. Like the new chick, Diana, she's rich.
She is a hot mess. Her gay husband is going to be a hoot. I am looking forward to. You saw that too?
I was like, is that her hairstylist, her makeup artist? That's her fiance?
And he got her pregnant in the anus.
He's younger than both of us. He's 33.
And he's a smart sissy.
Hey, I mean, look, taken care of, a kept man.
Yes. And I'm sure it's an open secret.
With Dubai, it was like, okay, well, how much drama can they possibly be in? Because, you know, they don't play in Dubai. Do they have to be covered up sometimes? Or like, can they really be like throwing shit and stuff? Like, I just know they might be a little strict there.
I have no idea. But I guess we'll tune in and find out. Also, it's a first season. I mean, Salt Lake City had a good first season, but that was because Mary was fucking her step-grandpapa. And then we had crazy ass Jen Shaw. I think it's going to take these ladies a moment to get to know each other. I think we're going to have a lot more shade, a lot more confessional reads. I think it's going to be a lot more nice, nasty, passive aggressive behind the back. So rather than the in your face, don't you ever talk about my husband that you get, you know, in America. I think it's going to be more passive aggressive.
Okay, well, you know, I'm definitely going to tune in. I'm definitely going to review it. So, yeah. Did you hear Rihanna had her baby?
I did, and she kept it a secret for a full 24 hours. But Media Takeout has been guessing, and they literally said, oh, she had a boy, just like we said. But if you scroll down, in a few days, you can see they said she had a boy, then they said she had a girl, then they said she had a boy again, then they said she had a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So they were going to be right regardless.
I mean, it's a 50% chance.
Right.
And speaking of babies, like Nick Cannon, he said he got a vasectomy consultation so he won't populate the earth.
Good. Look, I'm glad somebody's therapist got a hold of you and said, put down the gun. You're going to hurt somebody.
But could you imagine, like, you can't control yourself to the point where you just have to get a vasectomy?
Well, he's not going to stop having sex raw. So it's like, well, I want to do this and they want to do this. So why not? This is a man taking responsibility. I mean, it only took you 10 times of fucking it up, but you're taking some responsibility rather than getting to 37. 10 is enough. A lot of people can't handle 10. We're real lucky your money can handle 10.
Yeah, he has 8 kids.
Then this next story is going to blow your mind. Flavor Flav is now the dad of 8 after paternity test confirmed he fathered kid with ex-manager. He has a 3-year-old son he recently discovered. Flavor Flav has 8 kids too. I mean, at least Nick Cannon is cute and rich, where you can kind of see his appeal. And he don't whine about the child support. So, you know, he's not out here just treating the women horribly. Like, you don't hear about any infighting or a whole bunch of nonsense with them. Not like with Future's women. Future's women, I'm like, girl, you a glutton for punishment.
Who would let Flavor Flav enter them?
Who would let Flavor Flav in the room? If I see him in the room, I know I'm in the wrong room.
Ladies, can y'all imagine like a California raisin with like
Crawling up on you?
with a clock around its neck, and a cap thrusting on you? Oh my God.
I can't imagine what that breath smells like with all that metal in your mouth and Newports.
Ooh, you beat me to it. I was about to say Cools.
Ah! No, you're right. Cools or Benson Hedges.
I'm trying to think how many cigarettes I smoked in my life. I think I smoked 3 cigarettes in my life.
Mm.
How many have you smoked in your life?
I don't really keep track of these things.
It was shade.
Oh, I know. I'll quit before I'm 40. I've got 10 minutes. Let's see. In other irrelevant music news, Bow Wow says he doesn't care about relevancy after his Billboard win. Girl, you lucky that they actually gave you something to show up.
What did he win?
Here's the thing, nobody knows and nobody cares. He won for Best Rap Tour. The only reason you won for Best Rap Tour is because it's a virus, so everybody has been just doing festivals. You didn't have any competition.
Right, that's like a participation award.
Yes. He's a participation rapper. It's like you were really good at 4 and 5, but you peaked before puberty.
Not 4 and 5. He was like, he was like a good maybe 11, 12, I think.
He won Best Baby.
4 and 5. A rapping baby is very impressive.
That's what he was. Him and Lil Romeo, they peaked as children. It's like, yeah, enough out of you.
I remember that awkward clip of like a young Bow Wow, and he was getting interviewed, and the interviewer's like, oh, she's such a cute girl. And it was like, that's a nigga. It was so awkward. And Bow Wow didn't even correct him. It had to be somebody in his camp to correct him. Because he had those pigtails. He looked just like Lil Mama.
I remember we were trying to get them in the same place at the same time to prove something. I don't know what kind of Hannah Montana shit that was.
They should have a show together or something like this.
I mean, they both act.
Right.
And their schedules are clear. They could even do the music for the soundtrack.
I wonder how Lil Mama is doing.
Well, after the pandemic, I heard that she got a job at Amazon.
Oh, like delivering packages?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was DoorDash.
Actually, that is a good question. What is she doing? Because at least Drew Sidora wrote that TLC movie to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, she was on Growing Up Hip Hop, but she came on without a storyline.
That is such a great segue. I forgot they were in the same movie.
I mean, both of them have a very short list of credits, so it's amazing that they worked together on that.
And speaking of Drew, she continues to make a fool of herself on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
She's trying to pull a Kenya, but she doesn't know how to force it. Kenya was able to force it with Walter, but Walter, embarrassing her just gave us fodder. Kenya didn't mind laughing all the way to the bank because she didn't have any other job. Drew, we see that your husband is trying to act with you and you're not getting the genuine repulsion that Walter was giving you. It's more like watching 2 D-list actors try to not just act, but cook up a scene. And that's too try hard. Kenya at least knew she could set Walter up to get a real reaction out of him when she tried to corner him into marriage. She knew his toupee would start to tremble.
I'm just like, how do you make Sheree look good? Like, I commend Sheree. She threw that tea right back into Drew's face. Like, she even got a friend at the end of the table to sniper her with that tea. Like, oh, isn't that the same assistant that said her husband was gay? Sheree didn't even have to say it. Like, Drew did not expect that.
Sheree had it set up and Drew didn't expect it, but she should have, because she's like, okay, if you're going to write your story, other people are going to write theirs too.
Also, I will say I'm tired of the gay husband angle on Atlanta. This is like the 3rd time. I mentioned in my review, I said first it was Apollo, then it was Kim Field's husband, and now this. I'm like, okay, y'all, like, It's deeply rooted in homophobia, and it's used as an insult as well. Like, clearly.
And Penelope Thomas was the biggest sissy of them all, but no one suspected. And the thing is, you don't have to be a sissy to be a sissy, because Penelope Thomas Bailey could sleep with women for the rest of his life. I am sorry, that is one messy sissy.
And Ralph can stay on the other side of the spectrum. We don't want to claim him.
Does he even have a job? Because he sounds like trade already. Don't have a job, random trips to Florida, driving Drew crazy. That does sound like an Atlanta tradesman.
And who does Drew think she is? Like, doing this in Sheree's face?
You are not Dorinda Clip. That was a Dorinda Clip. And then also, like, why are you trying to get your wig shifted? You know your cheap glue that you got off Buford Highway in Decatur is not going to hold up to that strong arm of Sheree tugging that wig. Now, Kim had on some expensive glue from her sugar daddy.
Not Buford Highway. I would say College Park at the Sally's next to the airport.
Yep, that's where she gets it.
But I think she's been doing well with her hair lately. I'll give her that.
The hair has been better, but the outfits are still disappointing. The lashes are still a half inch too long. And the storyline isn't there. Whenever she comes on, especially with that husband, it's a moan and groan. And the fact that Sheree said Ralph is getting more screen time than you is telling.
Also, I wanted to mention, who said that? Who said that about Kandi sucking dick in a locker room?
That's like a throw it up against the wall. Like if somebody said Kandi sucked dick in my apartment, I wouldn't have been surprised. I mean, would you be surprised if they said in a car, on a bar, in a plane, by a drain? Like, no. And two, a locker room doesn't have to be dirty and dingy. It could be a high-end locker room at an Equinox.
Well, I think when you hear about someone sucking dick in a locker room, you think of like an old gym or maybe like a sports locker room with other people in it while you're doing it. It just seems real seedy, that's all.
I mean, if it's Kandi Burruss, it's going to be like we were in the Atlanta Falcons locker room when nobody was there and had some fun in the whirlpool. And it's like, okay, you're with, a starring football player worth millions in a facility worth millions where everything's clean and nice. Like, I just feel like it's Kandi. Like, that's a sex story she would have. Like, also, as much as Kandi has talked about sex, like, that's just not offensive. It's like, I didn't really understand the point of that. It's like, that's not shade. She's a woman who says, I own my orgasm. I enjoy having sex. I've enjoyed having threesomes. I did a whole sexual dungeon tour. Like, I don't see how that's shade to her.
It's funny how it's so like, oh my God, in a table full of straight women. But if that was like a table full of gay men, they'd be like, girl, me too.
Now, everybody else at the table, hands.
Now, I haven't. Let me just, set the record straight. I'm just saying, in our community, it's nothing like shocking.
It really isn't. It's like saying I've had sex on the beach.
Or in a club.
Now, I've never had sex in a locker room or in a club.
Let's move on. So,
no, the problem is I'm so damn tall, there's not really much room. I feel like that's short people privileges where it's like, oh, this is designed for you. I'm going to end up trying to enjoy the moment and then fuck my elbow up.
Well, if you're in a balcony at a bar in New Orleans and you're young, you're like 19 or 22 per se, if that person was, I'm just saying, and it's dark, you just never know, So yeah, Atlanta, I thought it was a good episode. I really don't care how the ratings are doing right now. I'm being entertained.
Okay, they are bouncing back a little bit, but it is now official that the Housewives of Beverly Hills is the highest rated franchise.
Yes, and speaking of which, I thought the first premiere was but the second episode, they brought it. That episode was better than the entire season of Jersey.
Sutton standing up to Erica, I am freaking here for it. All right. Now, Sutton and this like not being able to be emotional, that's gonna lose people for you, girl. We were rooting for you. This is your third season. You should have your sea legs by now. But even if you don't believe that anything happened to Dorit, keep that to yourself because it's making you look odd, off, not mentally all there. And then if you had expressed that, it would have been like, okay, but the fact that you're not, it's not working for me.
Well, two things. I'll get to Erica last, but with the whole Dorit situation, we were introduced to Sutton as an awkward person. Like she was already awkward, especially how she was acting towards Crystal. She's very socially awkward too, and it looked like she's really not used to being in large groups, it seems. I guess, I don't know. But I'm not really that bothered because I see myself being that awkward. Like if it's somebody I don't like and I heard they were, robbed, I was like, okay, well, I'm glad they're okay. Meanwhile, I'm stressed out, I'm doing all these videos and stuff. Like I would change the subject. So I see where Sutton's coming from, but you're in front of the cameras, you can at least try to feign some type of sympathy or empathy.
I would say that, like, don't change the subject right away. Like give it a moment and then say, "Ooh, I just can't talk about this. It's too heavy. Let's talk about something lighter." Like at least make it make sense rather than you just seem like you really don't care or like you're not hooked into reality.
And Sutton did say she don't like talking about guns because that's how, her father passed.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, once you brought that up, it's like, okay, that makes sense. And I would say express that, articulate that. Then people are like, oh, okay, got it, I understand. Rather than what's wrong with you? Because that's not where everybody's mind goes.
Yeah. But I was really proud of her for standing up to Erica. She dismissed her without even looking in her direction. That was just like the cherry on top for me.
Crystal hasn't said anything in 2 episodes yet again. I'm gonna need this heifer to bring it.
She's there for the token. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I didn't want to say it. You took the words right out of my brain. I mean, a bump on a freaking stump. It's like, okay, we gonna need something out of you. We're gonna need you to talk. We saw your husband talk more last episode than we saw you talk.
And there's rich Asians in Beverly Hills. I mean, you see Bling Empire. So if y'all need an Asian on the show, I mean, come on. Like, at least get an interesting one.
Yes, get an interesting one. Y'all better get to poaching because Crystal she's not bringing the fashion. She's not bringing the hair. She's not bringing the makeup. And she's not talking.
Here's the thing. I'm looking at it from Bravo's perspective. So you have where they added Asians on Dallas, canceled the franchise. Salt Lake City, you see what happened there. Now it's like,
and honestly, both of them on Salt Lake causing them a headache.
So yeah, in Beverly Hills, they're just like, oh, we got to keep her on. We have to keep her on. We can't get rid of all the Asians in 1 year. So that's just how they're looking at it.
Well, the thing is, now Jen Shaw did that to herself, and so did Jenny Wynn. They fired themselves. They ain't getting rid of nobody. I mean, when Jen has to go to federal prison, that's not Bravo's fault. When Jenny was posting those ignorant memes, that wasn't Bravo's fault either. So they ain't just getting rid of them to get rid of them.
I'll be honest, I didn't count Jen Shaw, but what is her background? Because I thought she was, she's Polynesian, right?
Yeah, I think they're from Hawaii, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. I know, I think the only Asian representation they have now is on Married to Medicine with Anila.
Oh, yes. She tries to bring it. I just want to see this finished house. Married to Medicine really needs to be called Check to Check. Because it's like the lives of people who get good checks, but man, they spin them up every month. I'm like, I don't understand why you're in a $2 million house with no furniture.
I mean, wasn't Nene?
Well, Nene just didn't have any art on her walls.
Gotcha.
You know how important sleep is to health and wellness. And I can't wait to tell you about our sponsor, Ghostbed, and their fabulous products. These are some of the best beds in the game. Ghostbed is made by Nature's Sleep, a leader in the mattress space for over 20 years. Each Ghostbed product, mattresses, sheets, even pillows, is designed with cooling features so perfect for those of us who sleep warm, and a lot of us do. They even have a mattress called the coolest bed in the world. Shipping is free and fast, and you can try the mattress out for 101 nights and get a 25-year warranty. This family-owned business is all about quality and comfort and affordable prices. The cooling technology in every mattress allows you to sleep longer and better through the night. Backed by a 20 to 25-year warranty, which is twice the industry standard. You can try out this mattress for 101 nights at home and get your money back. No hard feelings. Free shipping on most orders, and they ship out within 24 hours. With 0 down and 0 APR financing, you can get a mattress starting at $35 a month. Now, I have the cooling pillow, and it is amazing. It's soft as cotton candy, but cool and fresh all night long. No more waking up and flipping the pillow.
So to find your perfect mattress, check out ghostbed.com/roast. Right now, Ghostbed is offering our listeners 40% off Ghostbed bundles, where you get a mattress and adjustable base, or 30% off site-wide. That is 30% off all mattresses plus 2 luxury pillows. Use promo code ROAST at ghostbed.com/roast. Hurry and take advantage of these savings. That's ghostbed.com/roast and use promo code ROAST.
You know, at a basketball game, Tristan Thompson had someone ejected for calling Khloe Kardashian a whore. Now, that's no problem because nobody should call her that to her face. That's impolite. But Tristan, why haven't you been ejected from her life for treating her like one?
So they just ejecting fans out the stadium for yelling facts?
Ah!
Water is wet. The sun is hot.
You stole that man from his ex-fiance and baby mama. That now, I'm not gonna say you're a whore, but that behavior is whore-like. It's whore-esque. It's adjacent to what a whore would do. Actually, no, because a whore gets paid. You paid for that, buying them fur coats and shit. So you're just a home wrecker, but still in the family.
Well, she got a baby in return for all that humiliation. Maybe she thought it was worth it. So I think I was right. I called it. Chris Rock may host the 2023 Oscars. Did you hear that?
I did. I wanted to know your thoughts. I mean, I guess I get the principle of, oh, let somebody actually finish their set and host the Oscars successfully. But now it's just going to be one Will Smith joke after the other. It's just going to be a bunch of funny announcements about how everybody needs to stay seated. Like, I think having somebody else host it would let us move on and bring him back in 2025 for a big anniversary year or something. Just having him back the next year makes it feel really Real Housewives. Like, okay, after the slap, let's see what happens this season at the reunion.
Well, here's the thing. Ratings mean everything and anything to these people. They don't give a shit. They don't even give a shit about the awards. They care about the ratings. And what's going to bring the ratings is, ooh, what's Chris Rock going to say? Like, is he going to talk about Will Smith? You know, like, is Jada going to be there? Is he going to talk about it in front of Jada? Yeah, I mean, it's the smartest option to me. Like, I'm not surprised at all. Shout out to B. Scott for this, or whoever wrote this. Chris Rock may have gotten himself slapped into a hosting gig. That is the first sentence of the article. It's being reported that he's being considered to host the 2023 Oscars after infamously being slapped by Will Smith. The president of ABC Entertainment told Deadline on Tuesday that he is open to having Rock helm the next awards show. He says it'll be held in March this time and will be even better.
Girl, I guess.
I'm here for it, but I'm always here for mess.
I am here for mess too. I just hope that they cough up. Chris, you better make them pay because they always stingy with what they pay the presenters. I'd say, look, we're talking about 3 or 4 million after taxes, plus a premium hotel suite for myself and my staff. I'm gonna need a private plane and a paid for vacation after. And it's what y'all do for honky, so you better do it for me.
Well, he can get whatever he wants because he didn't sue the Academy.
Oh, that's true. And the statute of limitations ain't up.
Right. I would still be petty. I would probably, well, if it's in the time frame, I would serve Will Smith via satellite while hosting the Oscars. That's the level of petty I'm on.
Now that is petty. that is wow. Wow, I am impressed. Mm-hmm. I am impressed. Yeah, I would say that would be appropriate. You know, one embarrassment for another. And so now I'm slapping you with $140 million lawsuit.
So speaking of impressive, Kandi is getting another spinoff on Bravo. That is Kandi Keep a Check Burruss.
Now, who is going to be on this spinoff with her? Is it SWV?
Yes, it's Xscape and SWV show.
Okay, you know, I like that because I've liked the shows that SWV has done for We and Oxygen. They are fun girls, even though Coco always gets on our nerves. She ain't that bad. We love to hate her. She's not like Nikki Gilbert with black gums and knock knees.
Who is Nikki Gilbert a part of? Was she a part of Brownstone?
Brownstone,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
And she tried to come for Selena, the solo artist Johnson, and Selena had to get her together.
I need to go back and look at that. Like, I never watched R&B Divas like all the way through.
It was iconic. It was iconic. I mean, the reads, the shade, Kiki Wyatt's craziness, you know, Angie Stone being the messy auntie. It was good. It was good. Shantae Moore starting shit. Kelly Price with I'm booked. No, it was good television.
I just can't wait till, what is it? The Encore comes back.
I don't know if that's coming back.
I think it is.
With who? On what channel?
They'll find a way. They will find a way.
Oh, I don't know. I can't deal with that gruesome twosome.
Look, I know you've seen some good views from your reviews of that show. I was getting 10K a pop. I was like, they could come back.
I mean, I was getting my episode together for the podcast reviews of Reasonably Shitty, and Carlos King. Oh God, he had on Meghan McCain.
What? Why?
Girl, I was listening the whole episode, couldn't find out.
No, thank you. I wouldn't even listen.
It was awful. It was atrocious. It was pandering. It was pointless.
I don't want to hear anything Petunia Pig has to say. Anyway, back to Xscape.
I ain't gonna say too much about the heifer though, because last time a bench broke when I was cussing out her daddy.
Well, that was the spirit of John McCain. I don't think that was her.
Yeah, but you know, he's probably looking out for his daughter too. So I'm trying to keep this couch in one piece.
Hey, that roof might cave in.
Exactly.
But yeah, like the SWV Xscape show, it says the ladies of Xscape and SWV went head-to-head in a versus battle celebrating the legacy of 90s R&B. Maintaining that momentum, the women are headed to Bravo to reunite once again in preparation for a show that promises to reignite their music careers.
Good. I would like to hear new music from Xscape. I like their not Xscape, but yes, Xscape. I mean, SWV too. I'm a bigger SWV fan than Xscape, but I will pop on a new tune in a hot minute. I'm not saying I'm going to be, you know, bumping it on my playlist all the time, but I'm always up for a new bop.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want new music from either of them. I just want to hear the hits and, you know, just give me the nostalgia. Like, make money off of that. Don't give us new music. Like, the same goes for Janet. The same goes for, I know I shouldn't have said Janet. That's so triggering, right?
No, just finish. Just finish.
Like, I just want to hear, like, the old hits. Like, when I was...
Hear is such an interesting word when you bring up Janet Jackson. such an interesting word. I want to hear, but you're talking about Janet Jackson and hearing. Those two things don't go together. Now, if you want to talk about dancing and choreography, well, actually, I didn't even see that. I saw a quick mumble. I saw a quick mumble and them trying to have the children dance to her song Made for Now, but they was trying to get us to dance for free too. The only person not dancing was Janet, even though she said, come dance with me, we didn't get a shimmy. But anyway, go on, I'm sorry.
You know, I didn't hear the whole whispering thing until Kaya brought that up. Like, I blame Kaya for this. Like, that little rat, Janet Jackson gave her ass a little piece of cheese and she go biting her fingers. Now, I will say Kaya does have a point because I was listening to Janet. She's like, suddenly those memories come back to me in my mind. How can I be strong and pass myself time? Can you even hear me? Did you even hear me say that? Any of that?
It was in the key of Janet. Hold on, I gotta get a speaker.
Janet Jackson talking through a megaphone is basically how we're talking now. What were we talking about? Oh, hearing music. Anyway, what else is going on?
New music from Xscape and SWV. You're not here for it.
Yeah, no, thank you. I was driving through LA because my favorite thing about driving a car, you know, because I don't do it a lot, is my car karaoke. And I love listening to 90s music, and SWV came on. And, you know, I love Downtown. I used to sing that song like when I was 7 years old, not knowing that, you know, I was like, oh, they're singing about going downtown. Like, yeah, in the city. 30 years later, because this came out in like, I think 1992, Downtown still slaps.
I don't think I've ever heard Downtown.
What?
I missed their first album, but loved the second.
Oh my God. No.
Also, I was way more into ballads. My favorite SWV is Use Your Heart, Not Your Eyes.
Well, you've heard it. That's the way to my love. You gotta go downtown.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you can't stop till you find my love. That's the love that you've been dreaming of.
I gotta listen to it again, but yeah, it's like okay, it would, you know what, that would be like on in the car, but like I never really focused in. Like I remember Downtown, but like I never focused on the lyrics or anything.
What about I'm So Into You?
No, that one I liked.
Okay, all right, you know that one at least.
I know that one.
Anything you want to do, I'll do it.
I might have missed that one.
Anything you want, ooh, I'll be out of time. Ooh, like y'all don't kick me for the lyrics. It's been a long time. I just know the melody.
I'll probably listen to it and be like, okay, yeah, I've heard this before.
Sorry, Downtown's my jam. That's like up there with Poison as far as my 90s.
Now, yeah, Poison, I know. Even the white people like Poison.
Right? No, the white people love This Is How We Do It. Lord. This is how we do it. The Roger Rabbit. We are old, y'all. All of y'all in the chat too. Not just us. We are all old.
No, we are seasoned.
I'll take that.
With taste and style.
Well, since we're talking about music, the Migos might be breaking up.
I think it's about time. I mean, that's what happens when one of the three blind mice gains its sight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of Atlanta is in a tizzy, but I don't give a shit. Migos, Quavo, and Takeoff, they announced a joint single, and Offset unfollows both of them.
Upset. Is that the one married to Cardi?
That's the one married to Cardi.
Okay. Well, Upset's apparently upset.
That makes sense. Offset is upset with the rest of the Migos.
But they'll probably get together again. I'm sure they didn't have little social media tizzies before. They was trying to blame Cardi B, but I'm like, he's been with Cardi B for a long time. Like, Cardi ain't starting no mess.
I mean, as long as he's with Cardi, I mean, he could just retire, honestly.
That is true. Yeah, they have sit down money. I'd love some sit down money. I have you better be in front of this computer money. That's what I have.
Like once you get like that level of rich, you can just invest, you know?
Absolutely.
Like look at Kandi.
Right. I'd invest in things though that wouldn't require a new season every time I did it. Or I don't know, maybe I would. I have a musical question for you.
Yeah.
Is Lizzo's new song About Damn Time new, or is it still from this last album?
It's new.
It's about damn time. Oh, I was like, wait, I don't think I've heard this before. It's good. Is this new music from Lizzo finally? Because I was like, if it's from that last album, I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. But oh God, I mean, just girl, please, I am begging you. I am begging you. Don't do what you did last time because we got sick of your music. If I hear Be Great, Why Can't a Man Be Great one more time, I'm gonna tear what's left of my hair out. Like I will leave a bar if I see that shit coming on.
Here's the thing, you probably thought that because Lizzo has a habit of making very, very commercial music. Like you can hear About Damn Time on like a Pantene Pro V commercial or a commercial for tampons or something. All of her songs have been used as jingles and commercials.
Okay, so it's just exhausting repetition and also constantly performing them on Good Morning America, every talk show where it's like, oh, you just performed that this morning and there you are this evening on Jimmy Kimmel with the same, like switch it up.
This is no shade to Lizzo, but she makes happy, safe music for the mainstream. Her music is for the white gays that say they are a Black woman in a white man's body. That's the type of music.
That is true. Exactly. It's a little show tuney, a little Broadway, a little sassy. And yeah, they really think they're doing something.
Right. It's so ironic because her and Azalea Banks have the same fan base.
They do, but Lizzo's able to keep hers.
Well, yeah, because she's not homophobic or a mental case.
Because Azalea can make great music. I can separate the artist from the art on that one. Her music is good. It's just the person that it's coming from is basura.
Yes.
Did you hear about the Indian parent suing their son and daughter-in-law to get a grandchild or $60,000 in damages? Yeah. Yeah, they literally said, either you gonna give us grandkids or we gonna get some grandkids money. They said they spent over $243,000 raising him and sending him to pilot school. They expect a payoff one way or the other. And in India, it is legal for parents to sue their children for financial support.
Wow, interesting.
I'm like, how are you gonna make somebody have a baby that you wanna hang out with part-time, but that they clearly don't want?
I can't even imagine. Like, I'm just thinking of my mom suing me because she wants a grandchild so bad.
And it's like, well, why don't you just get a whole child?
Right, like y'all's body parts still working, y'all do it. Well, maybe.
You can adopt.
Adopt, right.
You can foster if you want a child in your life. There's a whole bunch of kids out there that need somebody to love them, but you gonna make your kids have a child they don't want. That don't make no sense.
Right, and you can't tell me what to do after I turn 18. Like I am an adult. I can do whatever I want. I'm independent.
And why would you want your grandchild to be in a family where the parents weren't really there to have them?
I mean, if that was me, I would just move to a different country because that way you can't sue me then.
Exactly. It's like then the kid's going to grow up and sue the parents because he never felt loved or she never felt wanted. It's just going to be a mess.
I mean, I don't say this often, but I guess I'm glad to be in the United States. And before we close this episode out, did I tell you my sauce story?
No.
Well, I know I didn't tell, y'all in the comments my story, but you know how we always be talking about our sauce, and how we might turn up if you charge us for our extra sauce. So I went to see a movie in Times There you have it.
always in reach.
So I just came from seeing a movie. By the way, it was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best movie of the year. You should go.
Everybody has said that. I'm waiting for it to come out on DVD.
Run to see it. But anyway, I went to Burger King, and before you say Burger King, those chicken sandwiches was hidden the first time I had it. So they were really good. So I asked for it plain, and I wanted 2 sauces. I wanted 2 barbecue sauces. So I said, oh, may I have 2 barbecue? She was like, the second one is 10 cents. I did a double take, and I was like, okay, give me 3 then, bitch. Like, I wanted to say bitch so bad, but she was like, oh yeah, the second one's 10 cents. I definitely asked for 3, and then when she charged me for it, I used my card. I was in New York, but let me tell you, if I was in anywhere else where I had a car, I would have been like, you know what? Give me a box of barbecue sauce.
I think it's time for us to start ordering it in bulk. We need to just cut out the middleman. How much for a box of sauces direct from Burger King? Just sell us the shit. I mean, the fact that she had to form her lips to say it was 10 cents, that's not, y'all ain't even making no money off that. What the hell? Y'all just wasting time, wasting transactions. It cost them more to process that through Visa than it did for them to give you them sauces.
Yes. Oh my God. I didn't even think of that. It cost them more money to process that shit.
Ooh, we need to do this is how we do a sauce boycott. Everybody that can hear this, we need to go to a Burger King, to a Chick-fil-A, wherever, get a sauce and get it with the card. And just all day, just stand there like the bus boycott back in the day. Just keep buying sauces with cards until they finally are like, okay, we're not going to charge for this anymore.
I don't know. Like when I worked at McDonald's before. It's not my sauce. It's not mine. You can have as much as you want.
I mean, that's the thing. They be so stingy with it. Like they get joy out of ruining our meal. It's like you haven't eaten before. Come on. You know you need more than a squirt of ketchup. And I'm sorry, if they're going to fire you over that 10 cents of sauce, they're going to get you for something else, trust and believe. So you was already on your way out. So don't say I need this job. If they on you like that over an extra sauce, they was already going to fire you. They already ain't shit. It's already time to move on.
I want to know, is there like some type of counter at the end of the night where they're just counting all the sauces? Is there like an alert if like... or it's like, is there something you have to remove from the sauces?
You don't even scan them, but they act like are they selling them on the side secretly?
The black market, I don't know. But yeah,
they do not want you to have those sauces. They make sure to charge you every penny. I mean, they put in more work to make sure they charge the sauces than they do getting the order right. Again, you so worried about the job, you'll walk out with 8 wrong sandwiches, but they charge you for them sauces.
I didn't get no lettuce, no cheese. Oh my God, cheese on a fried chicken sandwich, gas chamber. But I didn't get anything on it. I was just like, okay, I have these fries and a chicken sandwich. This bitch can't give me 2 sauces. Oh my God, it's like I'm from New York. Sauces. Yeah, like they just really pissed me off. I felt like I told you that story before, but I guess I didn't. And I can only imagine if that was you. Right.
Oh.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that before we ended the episode.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you sooner than we see sauce justice.
And I'll see you sooner than Drew Sidora sees dignity.